Hey guys, Nerdkey here. So in chapter 66 of the manga Dragon Ball Super called Morro, Consumer of Worlds, and Morro is basically just become one with the earth, and he's now absorbing like everyone's energy, and with Gohan, Vegeta, and everyone seems to notice that their energy, along with the energy of everyone on the planet, is just being just drained from them. So Goku's just doing the best he can to fight this giant blob of a villain. But even in his Master Ultra Instinct form, nothing he does seems to really be effective. He's attacking him, but like Moro, he just is just too big, and he's like all over the place. He just shoots his arm out of the ground from one direction and tries just to grab at Goku, trying to get him. But Goku still has the speed advantage, thankfully. And Whis is talking about, I mean, Moral's body is just swelling up and it could detonate in any moment. And which reminds me of Cell back in the Cell games, where he got knocked back to semi-perfect form and he was going to detonate and all that. But unlike Cell, Moro may not know when he's going to explode, which makes him that much more dangerous. And Beerus says, well, guess I don't have a choice. I'm going to have to lend a hand here. And then he's saying, well, I'm going to be pretty hot water if the other gods see me like this or see what I'm about to do. But really it boils down to he doesn't want to let those sweets go and all those tasty cuisines from Earth. So that's what really comes down to in the case of Beerus. Then Whis informs Beerus that the Grand Priest summons him, and then it has to do with Mirrors. So and so Beerus is all like nervous, and he just changes his tune from helping out to just, oh, you guys are on your own now, so solve your own damn problems, and he just takes off. Although before he does, what Whis says, a little advice for Goku. He tells him that he needs to shatter the crystal that's on Moro's forehead, which would release Miras's power. And as Goku's about to tangle with Moro again, Vegeta tells Goku to get out of the way, and Vegeta uses his Spirit Force Villian to just rip the spirit energy right from Moro, leaving him vulnerable for the time being. And it looks like his body's deflating. Basically, that's what Goku says. And then Vegeta tells Goku to hurry up. This is only gonna last so long, so you better make this quick. So Goku just launches himself and delivers a big fist through Moro's hand. But really, he's trying to aim for that crystal on his forehead. He's maneuvering around Moro's body and just trying to get to the big crystal so he can destroy it. But as he starts to close in, Moro catches him. He just ensnares him with his body, which is just kind of swirling around and just coming out of the ground. It's a little like an Earth style jutsu in Naruto, to be honest. But it's pretty cool. The animation or the artwork is very cool. So Vegeta says, "I'm at my limit here. Let's go, Kakarot. Hurry up and finish him." Goku's kind of questioning himself. He's like, if Mirrors did it, why can't I do it? I guess I don't have enough God power. So Jocko, like little light bulb goes off in his head, and then he said, "Oh, I gotta go," and he just takes off. So obviously Jocko has a plan here, but what could it be? So since Moro is just absorbing everyone's energy, that includes Goku, and he just gets knocked back to base form. And Piccolo comes up with an idea. He says to Vegeta, "Well, can you do your Spirit Force Vision in reverse and gather up all the ki and give it to Goku?" And at this point, Vegeta disagrees. He's not going to argue with anything that's going on, so he wants to do it. And so Gohan and Krillin, Piccolo, and the others, they all chip in too with their energy and give it to Vegeta. And then Dende on the lookout gathers the energy of everyone who's there. Some of the weaker people like Bulma and Chi-Chi and stuff are there. But then from afar, Goten and Trunks they kind of raise their hands up. It's almost like a spirit bomb, basically, is what Vegeta is gathering the energy. I mean, it definitely looks like a spirit bomb. And so Vegeta throws the energy at Goku, and Goku powers up, but only to Super Saiyan Blue. You can't get his Ultra Instinct back, and it's a little bit different. It's not just about powering up in that form. It's like a totally different thing. So now Chaku's on the lookout, and he asks, "Where is Majin Buu?" And Bulma says he's sleeping, and then they apologize. He says, "Well, my own divine power is still developing. Sorry wasn't enough to help out here." So it looks like all hope is lost, and Morro, the look on his face, is a crazed look, like he's just gonna explode. You just know it. But out of nowhere comes this ball of energy, just tremendous ball of energy, and Vegeta says, "Well, who sent this?" And everyone's wondering, same thing. And Goku says, "I feel divine strength, God power." Then it shows somewhere, I'm not sure where exactly, but on some faraway planet, it shows the Grand Supreme Kai, as well as a young boy you guys might recognize from the end of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT, Oob. It shows Oob here, who's of course the reincarnation of Kid Buu after he was destroyed. So and Dende says, "Oh, it's Oob. He had this power all along." So yeah, Dende, who was there when Kid Buu was there and everything. In Dragon Ball Z, it explains that the great Lord of Lords, or the Grand Supreme Kai's power must have gone to the evil half of Majin Buu during the split. So what that means is the Grand Supreme Kai, his power went to Kid Buu, and then when Kid Buu died, his power went to Oob, who was his reincarnation, his good reincarnation. And Oob's like, "Oh, I'm not sure what I'm doing, and I'm just a kid." And the Grand Supreme Kai's like, "Hey, that's okay, did just perfect." So he's kind of showing him what to do, just make him send his energy to there, his divine energy. And Vegeta's like, "Okay, I don't know where this came from, but just take it and use it, Kakarot." And he just throws it all at him. So now we're just loaded with divine power. Goku, and he does something we've never really seen, aside from transforming into a great ape. He gets into this big giant form, and he's like the same size as Morro now, basically. It's weird. His body looks like almost like a spirit form, and then on Goku's forehead is him. It's like a thing of him, almost like a little like a voodoo doll of him on him. It's kind of weird, to say the least. So Goku just he clasps Morro's hands, and then he just tries to overpower him. Goku shuts his eyes for a minute, and then when he opens them, this little image of himself on his forehead just disappears, and then he all of a sudden gets small again. At least it looks like he gets small again. Or actually, the little figure from his forehead comes out and just using all of his power just destroys the crystal with just one punch, like One Punch Man Goku. Then Morro explodes, but the plant doesn't go up. So after the smoke clears, Krillin says, "Wow, did he really do it? Did Goku win?" Everyone sees Goku standing there, and then he, of course, gives a turn, and then gives the big thumbs up, signifying that he won. And that is the end of the chapter, and it looks like the Morro arc would seem. Pretty wild chapter, actually. I'm not quite sure if I like the ending, the way Goku just got all like giant all of a sudden. I'm sure if there's a next chapter here in this arc, some things would be explained, and then the return of Oob as well, which actually, given the timeline, I mean, it's supposed to be a few years before Oob actually sort of shows up. since Dragon Ball Z after Kid Buu's defeat, they fast forward. I can't remember. It's either 5 or 10 years. I think it's 10 years. And so Dragon Ball Super is in between Kid Buu's defeat and that Oob showing up and the World Martial Arts Tournament happening at the end of Z. And of course Goku going off with Oob to train him. But still, yeah, honestly didn't expect this outcome. And I'm pretty sure Morro's not coming back from this. This seems like a definitive ending. It is a little bit strange, to be honest. It's definitely something that has to be explained at some point in the story. Like, what is this little figure that was on Goku's head of himself? I mean, what does that mean? And then how exactly did he get giant? I mean, I know he acquired divine power. He must have been just overloaded with divine power and just morphed into this huge, Goku. I mean, like Namekians have the ability to go to giant form, like Piccolo and Lord Slug, or at least the Super Namekians do. But this was like bigger than that. But either way, Goku sort of delivering the finishing blow is kind of what you would expect by now. I was really hoping it was maybe Vegeta or even one of the other characters like Gohan, even Piccolo. It'd be good to see him, finish off a villain for a change. But is this really, the end of the Morro arc, or will there be maybe one more chapter to kind of clear some things up? I hope so. I hope it just doesn't end like this. And most likely they'll be using the Dragon Balls to clean up all the damage that Morro and his henchmen wrought on everyone. I mean, not just on Earth, but on other planets as well. But overall, this is a very good, it's a good arc. It had some kind of awkward moments, as far as the dialogue is concerned, anyway. But nevertheless, I really enjoy it. Morro is now like one of my favorite villains, and I can't wait to see how they're going to handle him in the anime, whenever that will come to pass. The Morro arc. But anyway, what do you guys think? Are you satisfied with the ending to the Morro arc, or did you want to see it maybe end a little bit differently, and maybe with a different character? Let me know in the comments what you think. And on your way up, please don't hesitate and give this video a like, subscribe for more Dragon Ball goodness, like what if scenarios, versus battles, the occasional Let's Plays, which I'm going to be doing some more of those pretty soon. Just to kind of close out 2020 with a bang, but with a big bang, pun intended. But yeah, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, so you get notified whenever I post a new video.